I think the teams just give you energy.
They do.
They do, definite energy. Okay, so the first thing I'm gonna do, Jolene, is call back the people that you already spoke to. And so I'm gonna do that first, and we're gonna make some deals right this second.
Nice. Ooh.
This woman is an investor and she's willing to be creative on the financing. This is 2987 South Atlantic. Okay, I'm gonna share my screen and pull the deal up. It looks like oh my God, she has a view of the water. Oh my God. This is the kind of stuff that excites me. I might take this one for myself. So the only thing I see wrong with what you sent me, Jolene, is that you did. Hello. Oh, okay, call again. Ugh, why is she picking up and then hanging up? I'm gonna send a text. I'm calling you about the property you've got at 2987 South Atlantic Avenue, apartment 2006. You spoke to my partner, Jolene Silva, a couple of weeks ago about creative financing. We're ready to make an offer. I hope this is a good time to chat. Okay, so this is part of the lesson too, that you got to be on your callback game. And if you get a machine, always send a text behind it, because people, you have an unrecognizable number. Even my phone number is a New Jersey number and I'm calling Florida. So, people are still going to be like, oh, well, who is that? Because it's not Florida. Hi, Tim. This is Tene Williams. You spoke to my business partner about 3 weeks ago about your house on Laredo. We're investors. We're looking at buying it, and I wanted to speak with you a little bit further so we can possibly put something together. Is it still available?
It is still available.
Awesome. Nice to meet you.
Business partner?
Jolene, you spoke to her, Jolene Silva, heavy New York accent.
Okay.
Yeah, you may not remember. Anyway, so the conversation was brief, and it was just about because we look for homeowners that may have a mortgage that can be assumed. We would put the down payment and all of that stuff, but I'm looking at your house. It looks like a great house. Do you live there now?
No, it's vacant.
Oh, it's vacant. Not really that much to do. Maybe just a few little updates. Did you live there and then you kind of just moved out?
Right.
Okay, got it. If you don't mind me asking, did you move out of state or?
No, I moved in with my girlfriend.
Oh, cool. Congratulations. Hope that works out. So, all right. So with this one, how long ago did you buy it? Was it just like in the last couple of years?
No, I bought it in 2016.
Oh, that's cool. That's cool. For 179. Oh, you got some nice equity in there. So what about the mortgage on it right now? How much did you get an FHA loan by any chance?
No, it's just a conventional loan.
Oh, conventional. Okay. Would you ever be consider maybe taking payments? Like becoming the banks?
It's really not something I think I'm interested in, because it poses some risk on me that I just can't accept.
Okay, yeah. And since it's a conventional loan, that makes it so that we can't actually take over the mortgage, because if it was FHA, we could have just put the mortgage in our name and it would be clean. But conventional, that doesn't always work out. What about this? Would you be open to, I understand where you're coming from, because there is some risk if you transfer the deed and you leave the mortgage in your name. But would you be open to maybe a lease with option to buy?
Again, no, because then I'm technically a landlord and I'm just not interested in being a landlord.
No, I understand that too. What we're investors. We have a lot of property. So for us, we're looking for renters. And so you wouldn't actually have to, we would be interested in something like a triple net lease where you don't have to be landlording at all. Where we would take care of everything from taxes to water to everything. And so, we would just want to do that for, say, maybe 2 years, 3 years until the rates turn around. Because the biggest challenge right now, of course, is the rates, which is why things aren't selling as fast as they could, or they were last year. So, I mean, if I could, especially you have it vacant right now, you're paying a mortgage on that empty because you don't want to be a landlord, right? You don't want to rent it. And I understand that because landlording is annoying. But we have systems in place to handle that kind of thing. We have property managers in place and all of that. Would you be open to at least maybe thinking about it, sit down with me and we can go over more of the details in person?
If it's not for a lease type of deal, that's not something I'm interested in at all.
Okay, all right. If the house doesn't sell, say in another 2 months and that payment is just bogging you down, I mean, is that something, because I'm not even negotiating the price with you, I'm just really negotiating terms. Is something you might consider later?
No, I mean, if it gets to that point and I'm getting bogged down, then I'm probably gonna go talk to a realtor and get the thing sold.
Oh, okay. Okay, with the realtor. May I ask why did you put it through yourself anyway? Is it just to save that 6%?
That's part of it, but I've also always want to try and sell my own property, so I'm trying to do it this time.
Okay, I hear you. All right. Well, it sounds like a great thing. I mean, it looks like a nice property, nice single level property, great for a new family. If you don't mind, I'll put your name and information down and I'll just follow back up with you like in 30 days and see if anything's changed.
Okay.
All right. And I've got your name down as Barry, right? No, Tim. I'm so sorry, Tim. What's your last name, Tim?
K-O-R-I-T-Z.
O-R-I-T-Z. Okay, and I'm Tene Williams, and I've got your number here, so you'll be hearing from me. I'm kind of persistent. All right then. Thanks, Tim. Bye. Okay, so Tim, we opened the conversation. We started like, okay, what's his attitude? How's he feeling about things? He's got an empty house. He hates landlording. That's huge for me to write down. So we know when we pick back up that conversation, we know that he has an empty house. He moved into with his girlfriend and he's making a mortgage payment and no one lives there. So he's not offsetting that expense. So eventually, if this thing just keeps sitting there, even if he lists it with a realtor and it still doesn't sell, this is one of those things where you keep following up. We'll put him in our CRM and we'll keep following up until we are able to get in there and maybe things change for him. Is there anything else I could have asked, ladies? Because you guys got the script there. I'm just going off top of my head.
I was just thinking because he was just so he didn't seem like he wanted to like get off the phone.
Yeah,
So
he did.
I was wondering if you could have went into a little bit more detail about what not landlording would look like for him, so he has an idea. Because I don't know if he knew that
What a triple net lease was, right? Well, I did say that means no taxes, no anything. We handle everything. Yeah. So, I mean, I said that, but I could have drilled down on it a little more because he didn't seem like he wanted to get off the phone.
Yeah, he wasn't like, well, I gotta go.
Yeah.
I've heard some calls where they're like, they don't want to even be on the phone with you.
Yeah.
It's like you're trying to rush, but I felt like he was
chilled.
Yeah, he was chill. Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know about this one. Yeah, I remember talking to her. Okay. I'm gonna leave her alone. Manufactured house, that's like a whole different conversation. And we got to stick to what we do, and it's homes, not manufactured homes. Manufactured homes is like a can of worms about different things. It could be good for a rent to own, like you get somebody who wants to rent to own, who has bad credit or no credit. It's good for someone like that. And then you could just lease it out. So let me touch base with her, since we already touched base with her before. Let me just touch base with her and see what, where her head is. Because last time I spoke to her, she did not want to hear anything about anything. She was trying to sell it.
Yeah, and then when I called back, we built up a little bit of a rapport, and that's when she was saying that she was doing it for her sister, that she really doesn't even, care to open up options. They just want the money.
That's nice. You know?
So
Hello. Hi, this is Tene Williams. My partner, I spoke to you and my partner spoke to you about 3 weeks or a month ago about your house on Edge Lake.
Oh, yeah,
Yeah, is it still available?
it's not.
Oh, congratulations, you got it sold. All right, that's
Yeah.
awesome.
Uh,
Okay, that's
Okay,
great news.
sorry
Thank
about
you.
that.
Oh, no problem. Bye-bye.
Okay.
I mean,
Thank you for calling. I'm sorry I can't come to this line right now, but leave your name and number and I'll get back to you as soon as I can. Or you can send me a text. Thank you so much and have a wonderful day.
hi, I'm calling about your property at Amigos Avenue, 3600 Amigos Avenue. My name is Tene Williams, and I'm interested in the property. Looking forward to speaking to you. My number is 862-318-2422. Look forward to speaking to you. Love the neighborhood. Talk to you soon. Bye-bye. Hello.
Hello.
Hi, I'm calling about your property on Heathwood Circle.
Okay.
Yeah, you have a second? It's a beautiful home, first of all. So I was just looking, I just found it on Zillow just now. So I just have, it's a traditional sale. It says 4-bedroom, 2.5 bath. Is this, would you consider any creative financing on this property?
Are you a realtor or are you a buyer?
Buyer, not a realtor. And the reason why I ask about creative financing is because, rates are so high right now. I'm looking for a home. We do rent homes. I do work for an investment group. So I'm one of the principals here. So we're looking for, properties. We're not looking to negotiate price as much as we're looking for, homeowners that may have a flexible mortgage that we could assume, or maybe flexible with down payment or terms or something like that. Have you owned the property for a long time?
Yeah. So when you say flexible loan or payment, what?
So what I mean by flexible is, first off, you bought it in 2016, you might have a really good interest rate. What's your current interest rate?
Mortgage is paid off.
Oh, it's paid off. Okay. All right. Well, flexible in your case might mean, we would give you a down payment and then you could consider being the bank. And what that means, if you're the bank, it means instead of, paying, Citibank or, whatever the banks are now, I would pay you directly. And some homeowners like that option because, then you have payments coming in every month. And, a lot of times you're paying, with a 30-year amortized mortgage, I'm sure if you paid it off, if you would have gone 30 years on a regular mortgage, you pay for that thing 2 or 3 times. So, your purchase is $430,000, but when you add even 5% interest on $430,000 over 15 or 30 years, you're actually getting more like $700,000 or $800,000. And so for some people, it's a great retirement option.
Is this your investment property?
Right. So actually, we have some people that have that either we rent it or we do short-term rentals, or we do leases with corporate rentals. So we have different. It depends on the house. Like this is a beautiful house. So for a house like this, it wouldn't be your responsibility though. So I'm not asking for you to be the landlord or have to worry about any of those things. We're asking for a situation where the deed would still transfer hands. It's our responsibility. You're not worried about it. You're just collecting payments. And, when you're collecting payments at a decent rate, it's a lot of times a lot more feasible than just getting all of that cash and then you've got to go and reinvest it somewhere, especially if, collecting payments is something that interests you.
So something like this, how much would be your down payment?
Down payment can be, say, 10% down payment. We'd negotiate that, we could do a 10% down payment and, figure out what the terms would be as far as the monthly payments. Maybe you don't want to go 30 years. Maybe you want to go only 15 years, or maybe you want me to pay it off in 5 years. Those are the terms that we would, talk about and kind of, battle back and forth, or not battle, but consider, what your options are. Yeah. So why don't I schedule an appointment to come and see the house, and then we can discuss it in person. Do you still live there now?
Are you calling from Orlando area?
I do live here in Orlando. I live downtown, and I know I go back and forth between here and New Jersey, so I know my number is still New Jersey.
So this is only for you would only purchase for the for that installment or owner financing option. That's the only option that you consider.
Yeah, owner financing, and the reason why is because we're looking for opportunities. We don't look to negotiate your asking price. As long as your asking price is reasonable within how much properties have sold for in the area, we're not trying to beat you down on the asking price. But what we are trying to do is see what kind of terms we could possibly negotiate. That's a win-win for you and for us. And so a win for us would be, a lower down payment. At a bank, of course, we might be putting 25% down. But if we negotiate something with you, we might be able to get something for 5 or 10% down. With the bank, we would be paying 7.5% interest. If we negotiate with you directly, we take the middleman out, we would be able to maybe negotiate a 5% interest. So those are the terms that, we look for. And especially we might want to just ride the market out and see, maybe even just pay you off in 3 years or 5 years. Another option that we've done is, let's say we make payments to you that are only interest only. We could make interest only payments for 3 years. And then you've got these payments coming in every month that, and no principal is paid down, but then we would pay the principal off in 3 or 5 years. And so that's something a lot of owners like, because you're just getting payments for your home. You don't have to worry about it. You're not being a landlord renting it, but you've got these payments coming in, interest only, and then you're still getting your $430,000 in 3 or 5 years when the market changes.
I have your number. Let me think about it and say other people call back.
Okay. And what's your name again, sir? Say it again. Steve. Okay, awesome, Steve. Why don't we set an appointment? How's your schedule for next week sometime?
So I can take over the owner financing, how that works for me. So let me evaluate it and give you a back.
Okay, would you mind if I hear you, Steve, I hear you. Would you mind if I send you some information?
Sure, you could just text me or.
Okay, what's your email address? I'll text you, and then if you could send me your email, I'll send you some ideas on some options that we could offer, and then we'll go from there. At least you'll have something in writing.
Sounds good. Thank you.
Thanks, Steve. Bye. Okay. All right, guys.
That was a good one.
What could I have done better? What did I do right? What did I do wrong?
I think everything went smooth.
I think
You had a good closing. He was, he said to text him, so
yeah.
he could send him some information. He was listening. I think he was really interested in that option.
I think he was too.
Yeah.
And he was educated. So this is something where, he knows what you're talking about.
Yep.
where he could meet you in the middle.
Yep. Hey, Steve, what's a good email? So now what I'm gonna do is send out a letter of intent. And I'm gonna send out an informal letter of intent. That informal letter of intent is gonna say all the what I just said, and I'm gonna give them some options. Okay, now we go to Craigslist. You know, this is the stuff that takes time, annoying things. Okay, so on Craigslist, you have real estate for sale here. And the way you find the ones that are by owner is over here on the left side. Okay, there it is. Owner. And now you're only looking at ones that are for the owner. Okay. All right. Now, gorgeous underpriced house in Davenport, just listed 3 hours ago. Now, sometimes you might have to go ahead and send them an email. And, you know, you just want to send them an email and say, same thing we do in the text. Hi. Okay, so that's the thing about Craigslist. Most people may not have their phone number. Some people may. You just don't know. Some people will have their phone number. Some people won't. But you have to have no fear in making phone calls. No fear in sending out emails. If you want to create an email for this, I would highly suggest that actually. Create yourself an email that's just only for this. Look, no doc mortgage available. Ooh. As a matter of fact, Jolene and I found a hotel that we almost got. We were looking for FSBOs on Craigslist a few years ago, about 2 years ago, and we found a hotel that we were able to buy into, and it just turned into this whole thing. We didn't end up buying it because it didn't work out. Okay, full ask. Okay, so someone responded back to me. Hi, my name is Tene, calling back to Valencia Grove. Full ask cash proof of funds. How are you, comma? I have no problem giving you full ask. I have a problem with all cash. I'm looking for terms. You sound like an investor. Let's chat. I'm also an investor. Okay, so that was how that went. And their phone number was New York, so you know we get down to the grassroots. So they responded back, full ask, cash, proof of funds. And I responded, how are you? I have no problem giving you full ask. I have a problem with all cash. I'm looking for terms. I just freaking said it out loud. Duh. Okay. All right. Okay. Next one. All right. So this one, this guy. All right. So this is the work, guys. This is the work. Oh, there's a phone number. Okay. Okay. Phone number. Boom. Phone number 321-676. If you're gonna have butterflies in your stomach, you will. You will have butterflies in your stomach, and you'll get over it eventually. You just keep making calls, and you'll just get over it. Just act like everyone is your uncle that you never talk to, and your aunt. Hey, what's up? Long time no hear. Hi, how are you? I'm calling about this listing you've got on Craigslist. The house looks like it needs a little bit of work, just a little tiny bit. I hate that bathroom, but what attracted me was no doc mortgage available. How are you, sir? My name is Tene Williams.
Hi, my name is Craig.
Okay.
How are you today?
I'm great, Craig. Okay, so I see the addresses here, 8631 North Quarry Drive in Citrus Springs. So I'm to qualify for owner, we are actually investors and we're looking for owner financing, and you're offering everything that I'm asking for. So for owner finance, you need at least a 5% down payment, closing costs of approximately $4,000, and first year's homeowners insurance. That's fair. I know insurance has gone up tremendously. So what's the insurance lately? Oh, you put it here, 2,500.
We're
No.
guessing, we don't know for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Between the homeowners insurance and taxes, we estimated to be about $300 a month.
Oh, okay.
$50 a month, somewhere in that area.
Awesome. And you're willing to do 5%, 5%, 5% down payment. What about the owner financing part? What kind of rate are you working with? Are you thinking
Okay,
about?
what we do, payments are based on a 30-year fixed rate.
Mhm.
We only want to hold the mortgage for up to 7 years. It's called a 7-year balloon.
I'm familiar.
And you do have the right to pay us off at any point in time. There are no prepayment penalties.
Okay, great. 7-year rate. And what, I'm just reading your ad. With 5% down payment, which includes escrows for taxes and insurance, you've got a payment of $25.18. You're a very smart man. You just advertise the payment and not the not whatever you figured. So I understand that. Are you is this a lease with option or does the deed transfer?
This is a deed transfer. At the closing, you actually get the deed.
Okay, fantastic.
We give a warranty deed, and the deed as well as the mortgage would be applied with the deed and the mortgage would be recorded with the county,
Great.
showing that you own the house.
That's wonderful. So let's talk about the house now. I'm actually surprised because I'm on here looking for owners that want to that might have FHA mortgages. But you sound like you own this home free and clear. Is that right?
Correct.
Awesome.
We've done, if you look at our homepage as well as frequently asked questions there on the website, you'll see that we've sold about 160 homes in the last 12 years. The vast majority of them are with owner financing.
Oh.
And owner financing, we really go with two different types of people. The first are people who can't get a mortgage through a bank through the normal channels, either because their credit is bad or they can't or won't show how much money they make. So they wouldn't qualify in either case.
Wow.
The other group, which represents about 25% of our people now, are investors who get in just because they can get in for 5% down.
That is amazing. I thought I was being smart with the current market conditions, looking for assumable mortgages, but there's always someone else out there. So this is fantastic. Okay. Well, let me go ahead and I'm very interested, definitely. I just want to go ahead and do some homework on the property. Will you be showing it at all soon?
Oh, yes, we're showing it anytime. We've already had a few showings on it. People haven't been able to come up with the down payment closing costs. If you haven't done so, you should also go to our website. We have 2 other homes available right now as well.
Okay, and that's 127 Dundee. And
Excuse me?
is it 127 Dundee and 1591 Ravine?
Yes.
Okay. Yep, I just went to your site. Okay, well, that is just amazing. Craig, we're going to be doing some business. This looks fantastic because let me tell you what we're doing. I'm an investor. I have been for 2 decades now, buy and hold investor. And so, the market has changed and I saw an opportunity. FHA and VA mortgages are assumable. So I said, well, we'll go ahead and find those mortgages and then sell them to end buyers. And that's how I ran across you, just calling FSBOs. And, but so we already have a list of buyers that might be interested. I see you've got this for 5% down. We might make some, additional money on the down payment with our people. But since you've got that 30-year fixed, 7-year term, for us, we're always looking to create payments for ourselves as well. So typically, if it was a first mortgage, then I would have been creating a second mortgage with us and the owner, so that we have a few dollars coming in every month as well. So that's something that we'll talk about. As long as you get your payment, would it matter to you whether or not we added something on top if we could sell it?
You'd be fine with us. As I said, you own the home, so you can do whatever you want to with it. So you can sell it, you can rent it out.
Actually, yeah.
Investors that we have now either rent out the homes themselves, or we have some that use them as a Airbnb, Some use them as a business that they collect rent through the state, through different things. So, but again, it's open. You own the house.
Right.
Just as if you own it with any bank, we just act as the bank.
That absolutely, I'm very completely understand. All right, well, I will let you go for now. And actually, why don't we schedule an appointment to see all 3 homes? How's your schedule next week?
As of right now, we are free. Cover the day before you want to come and look, and we'll set up a time that's convenient for both of us.
Okay, tomorrow's Monday. All right, let me get back to you. Let me arrange it with one of my other partners, and then I'll get back to you. Thank you so much for your time, Craig. Okay. All righty, bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Absolutely home run. Home run.
That's what we're
That was a good
doing.
one. That was a good one.
That's the goal.
Fucking run right there.
So
Joe,
what we need to do is
Joe,
call as
last
fast as we
time-
can and find these owners.
All we need is the buyers on these. But I'm sitting here like, how many investors that I've talked to that are looking for homes for homeless overflow? He only wants 5% down. He's got 3 of them. Home run. Unfreaking believable.
You
This
see the benefit we are trying to find owners and teach them of
this is the point of what I said. One more call. Every
Oh.
time I do the one more call, I gotta show you guys a book.
Right now, I'm like creating a spreadsheet for all this because I'm listening to everybody talk. I'm like, let me create a spreadsheet. If you guys already don't have one, but
No, I'm gonna show you Asana. You don't have to create that spreadsheet. It's this much easier than that. So that's what we're gonna do next. And then I'm gonna let you guys go for Sunday. I'm sorry. The Power of One More by Ed Milet. Pick it up. One more. Let me just do one more call.
yeah, I took a look at it the other day.
So get this. This right here is not a real house. AI made this house.
Oh, wow.
AI made this house. This is a house that does not exist. All of these houses don't exist. So I did not steal anyone's houses to put on our site. And this, all this information, this is going to bring a ton. Even these people are AI generated. These are not real people.